Welcome back to Page to Screen. I'm your host, and today we're tackling some brand new footage and an official synopsis for Fantastic Four First Steps that dropped at D23 Brazil. And folks, it's got us asking the big question, what personal drama will Galactus' attack on Earth stir up? Why do I already suspect it has something to do with Reed and Sue's kids? Now, this isn't just about cosmic stakes, it's personal. Real personal. Fantastic Four First Steps promises to introduce Marvel's first family in the MCU, and from what we've learned, this movie could fundamentally reshape how we think about family dynamics in superhero stories. So let's break down all the juicy details, new footage, and some wild theories about Reed and Sue's kids, Franklin and Valeria Richards, who might just hold the key to the multiverse crisis. Buckle up, folks, let's dig in. Let's start with the official synopsis. Marvel's setting Fantastic Four First Steps in a retro-futuristic 1960s-inspired world. Think vintage tech meets space-age Manhattan. Reed Richards, Sue Storm, Johnny Storm, and Ben Grimm are introduced as Marvel's first family. But they're not just fighting villains, they're balancing heroic duties with family drama. And the stakes? They don't get much bigger than a ravenous space god named Galactus, played by Ralph Ineson, and his enigmatic herald, Silver Surfer, aka Shalabal, portrayed by Julia Garner. But here's where it gets interesting. The synopsis teases that Galactus' attack gets personal. What could that mean? We'll get to that later. Joining the cast, we've got some exciting new names. Sarah Niles from Ted Lasso might be Alicia Masters. Paul Walter Hauser Mole Man, maybe. John Malkovich and Natasha Lyonne are also on board in undisclosed roles. Speculation has Lyonne tied to Frankie Ray, aka Nova, especially with her cosmic-powered character in What If Season 3. Oh, and let's not forget Herbie the Fantastic Four's lovable robot. Who's voicing Herbie? I'm personally hoping for Malkovich's iconic delivery. Now let's talk about the footage. The trailer opens with the Future Foundation bumper before cutting to Fantastic Science with Mr. Fantastic, a Mr. Wizard-style kids show featuring Reed Richards explaining alternate dimensions to a bunch of bored kids. From there, the visuals dive into Manhattan's retro-futuristic layout. You've got the iconic Baxter Building and the Excelsior launch pad jutting out into the East River. The fantastic car makes an appearance, zipping through Manhattan's skyline with all 4 seats occupied. And, of course, there's a dating game show cameo from Ben Grimm. Fans in the audience hold signs saying, "We love Johnny despite Johnny not being on the show." It's such a fun nod to the family's dynamic and the humor we've come to expect from Marvel. But then things get serious. The footage reveals a jaw-dropping shot of Galactus peering into the Baxter Building window. Herbie in the corner looks shocked, almost as if he's caught mid-housework. Now, here's the thing, Galactus' size here is much smaller than his comic counterpart, closer to the Baxter Building than planet-sized. This might be a deliberate cinematic choice, but it's clear that Galactus isn't here for a friendly visit. Let's dive into the heart of this story. The synopsis teases that Galactus' attack gets personal, what could be more personal than a family's love for their children. Enter Franklin and Valeria Richards, Reed and Sue's kids. Franklin Richards is a powerhouse, a reality-warping Omega-level mutant. In Marvel Comics, he's instrumental in rebuilding the multiverse during the Secret Wars event. Valeria, on the other hand, is a genius prodigy who takes after her father. If Marvel's leaning into family dynamics, Franklin and Valeria's presence could amplify the emotional stakes of the film tenfold. Remember Reed's line in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness? "I have children of my own," that was no throwaway detail. Marvel is laying breadcrumbs for Franklin and Valeria to play a pivotal role in this saga. Now let's talk about the cosmic duo, Galactus and Silver Surfer, or Shalabal, in this iteration. In the comics, Galactus isn't just a devourer of worlds, he's a complex, almost tragic figure. The movie seems to hint at a moral dilemma. Galactus might not be here just to destroy Earth. He could be targeting Franklin Richards, seeing him as a universal threat. This could present the Fantastic Four with an impossible choice: hand over Franklin or risk the destruction of their planet. Silver Surfer's role as Galactus Herald also opens up intriguing possibilities. Julia Garner's Shalabal could parallel the comic arcs where the Herald wrestles with their servitude and morality. Will she betray Galactus to save the Fantastic Four? That conflict could drive some of the film's most poignant moments. Let's not forget the supporting players. The trailer teases Mole Man, likely tied to Subterranea. Paul Walter Hauser seems like a strong fit for the role. Meanwhile, Natasha Lyonne could be Nova, potentially tying her What If character Birdie to Frankie Ray's fiery comic arc. And then there's the wild card John Malkovich. Some speculate he could be Franklin Storm, Sue, and Johnny's father. Or imagine this Malkovich voicing Herbie. Can you hear it? I'm sorry, Reed, I can't let you do that. Director Matt Shakman seems to be crafting a visually stunning world, blending retro aesthetics with modern cinematic techniques. From Apollo 13-inspired launch sequences to the seamless mix of practical and digital effects, the fantastic car levitating at Comic-Con was a showstopper. The 1960s aesthetic isn't just a visual treat. It's a nod to the Fantastic Four's origins and a tribute to the culture that shaped their early stories. Even small details like fan signs in the dating game show sequence show Shankman's commitment to immersing us in this retro-futuristic world. Okay, let's get into some wild theories. Galactus targeting Franklin Richards could tie directly into Marvel's multiverse saga. If Franklin's powers are as game-changing as they are in the comics, he could be a key player in Secret Wars. And what about the Future Foundation? The marketing hints at its significance. Could Franklin and Valeria's future selves be narrating the story, presenting it as a documentary-style recap of their family's journey? Finally, how does this all connect to the broader MCU? The Fantastic Four's introduction might set the stage for new alliances and rivalries across upcoming films. Could we see the Future Foundation becoming a recurring presence in the multiverse storyline? Fantastic Four First Steps isn't just another superhero movie. It's a story about family, about what we're willing to fight for and what we're willing to sacrifice. The addition of Franklin and Valeria Richards could add layers of emotional depth that we haven't seen before in the MCU. So, what do you think? Is Galactus coming for Franklin? How will the Fantastic Four's family dynamics shape the multiverse saga? Comment below with your theories, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more breakdowns like this one. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time on New Rockstars. Bye.